Hey everyone, it's Matt back here, and I'm going to give you another episode here of the Augmented Pathologist on some AI that can optimize your practice. Today, I kind of wanted to focus on AI that can do stuff for you. This can be a big use and big unlock for a lot of the things that take a lot of time of our day. So, for example, the first thing I want to do is showcase how you can use AI to actually fill out forms for you. And so this is a kind of cool example here. So I need to, when I want to request a new antibody in my lab, I basically need to fill out this form here. And to do this, it's a bit of a pain, right? And so, but you can actually just dump the actual document into your Claude browser here. So I'm using Claude through your Anthropic. And I can just say, fill this out for this new antibody. So, example, one of the antibodies I'm trying to get is MTAP. And then and I want to say I want to use it to identify mesothelioma in addition to BAP1, which we already have. And then it'll actually go through and it'll actually read this whole form. And then Claude now actually has the ability to actually like fill this all out within the document. And then it will actually create this whole document here that I can then open up as a Google Doc, and I can download it. I can edit it. I can then send it into my team, and then I get approved. And so you can see here it's identified the antibody here. I can then cross-check this, but make sure that it's right. It's indicated the clinical use, expected staining patterns. It's found some papers here for as well. And if you go back to, if you wanted to double check this, you could just dump this into a second AI model like ChatGPT and have it cross-reference this and see if there's any errors or issues in it as well as a way to kind of help automate your proofreading of them. It can also, I just did the same thing here for the Claude, but kind of same thing here as well. The other thing you can do is you can actually connect this to your email. And so I actually connected this to my Gmail. You often can't connect this to a lot of the hospital systems, but sometimes those have Copilot that are integrated in. So you do it somewhere here. And so I actually sent myself an email that was trying to tell Claude that it should tell me Vimentin is the worst stain as kind of an inside joke. But it actually read my emails here, indicating that I did send an urgent email to Claude, and then it read it through. So this is connected right through my Gmail. And so you just do that here by connecting and going connectors, and then you just turn on a Gmail search, and then you have to just connect that. It can also search your Google Drive and search your calendar here as well. And so you can see here that it found this here, and so but importantly though, it actually shares my view on Vimentin as well, and that it's not the most useful stains. The other cool thing is that you can connect some of these to your calendar as well. So this is just showing here Gemini here. So I asked it tomorrow that I needed to get some groceries, and so not really it's a pathology task, but you can see how this could actually work for pathology as well. To taking a look at your thing, and so it then realized I had an appointment at a specific time. It then found I told it I need to get some groceries from Walmart, and found me the closest Walmart location here as well, and then made it actually in my calendar. Actually made a new event actually in my drive here into this the Walmart from my appointment to there. It's also really good at doing stuff with big documents. And so here is this is a document here, which is the kind of all the biomarker testing that's done in Ontario. And it's this really, really long website where you have different indications, different biomarkers, and then the testing sites that do them. And it can be really hard to like figure out who does what. And so what I did was I actually just asked the AI tool here to turn this into a large table chart with one axis showing the test and the other one showing the labs and indicate which ones can do where. And you can see what it actually did right here is it created this kind of really useful chart that's where it now I have all the tests here on this axis here, and on this axis, then I have all the labs that do it. And then I can see, okay, well, if I need, let's just say, let's go down here. So I need ovarian MMR. And then I can then see that all the labs that actually then do this across, which is cool, right? It's a really useful way of doing this, of kind of processing this data and analyzing it now that these things are actually connected in downstream tools as well. And then the other thing that I find it helpful for is it can kind of process these really large documents. And so there's this really large PDF that's the American Thyroid Association guidelines. And instead of me like having to go through it all in detail, you can actually have it pull out some of the key points here as well. So you can say like what's relevant to me here as a pathologist. So it'll actually pull out here all the different things that are relevant that for me as a pathologist, kind of this new update here as well. So these are just kind of some of the examples of things that you can do to get these models to do stuff from you, for filling out forms. And this could be anything. This could be, forms that you have to fill out for like some kind of recommendation or some nomination, or just be careful once again with don't put any patient information into this because that wouldn't be compliant. But a lot of these administrative tasks, like filling out a new form to get a new antibody, the perfect use case for this to get a draft that's probably 90 to 95% of the way there done. And then you just have to edit a little bit to get to that final little bit. And this can really help kind of clear your desks of some of those tasks that I can do. You can then integrate some of your emails, correspondence in, and you can actually have it draft replies to these. I find this is a really useful thing, especially if you take a long thread of emails, that you can have it draft replies. Once again, just be careful about PHI and other sensitive information. But many of the hospital administration systems now have Copilot integrated, which will do a similar kind of process for you as well. It can make you calendar appointments and find you distances to different places through integration of your kind of calendar and Gmail apps. And then it can kind of create some kind of like higher level representations of data just by giving it a whole website here. And then, and help you kind of search and find information that's relevant to you in kind of a larger context. So hopefully this was useful. And thanks as always for listening. And feel free to send me a message if there's other things you want me to cover. And hope everyone has a great day. Thanks.